M-R-I-M, it sounds like am, it sounds a. So we will definitely going to put an article here. Hello guys, good morning. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Faraz Ahmad, and today in this video we are going to discuss about the article usage. So let's move to the video. So in this video we will discuss about what are the articles, what are different types of noun on basis of articles, and what are different types of the article itself, and what is the usage of these articles. So let's move forward without any delay. So before start of this video, before start of this topic, you should keep in mind, always keep in mind that articles are usually omitted. Articles are not given most of the time in case notes. So while you are writing a referral letter or discharge letter, please follow the standard grammatical rules, including the correct usage of these articles. So while you are writing a letter, so always use articles. Don't follow the information given in the case note that there is no article, so I shouldn't use any article. Most of the time there is no article usage in case note. So when you are copying this case note in your letter, always remember to incorporate use of articles in your letter. Okay, so let's move forward. What are the different types of articles? We can definitely classify these articles in indefinite article and the definite article. And the indefinite article are a and an. Okay, and the definite article is the. Okay, always keep in mind that whether an article is required or not depends on the noun that follows it. Article, use of article, and which article is to be used, it depends on the noun. So for this purpose, noun can be classified in two types. These are the countable nouns and the uncountable nouns. Definitely countable nouns can be easily counted, while the uncountable noun cannot be the counted. Okay, so countable noun, because we can count them, so there may be a singular form or there may be a plural form of the countable noun. Okay, let's move forward. So let's discuss about the singular form. An article is used before each noun in the singular form. So in singular form, always there will be an article. It could be a, it could be an, it could be the. So let's discuss some examples here. As we say, he is a smoker. Don't say he is smoker. Always use an article, he is a smoker. If you will mention he is smoker, you will definitely lose your marks. Okay, a blood test was required. If you will write in your letter that blood tests were ordered, it is wrong. You should always mention an article. Please organize a visit. Mr. Jones reported a dull itch in his gum. Okay, the patient came for a checkup. Came for checkup. No, came for checkup. Patient came for a checkup. Always mention article a before checkup. You have a condition known as asthma, TB, whatever you say. The patient had an episode of diarrhea. An episode of diarrhea. There was an increase in the size of swelling. An investigation is required to rule out IBS. An operation is required. Okay, it is example of use of the. The gum surrounding the tooth 23 was inflamed. If you write gum surrounding tooth 23 was inflamed, it is wrong. You should always mention article the. So let's discuss the exceptions to this rule. There are some exceptions to this rules. Rule was that before a singular noun, an article is always required, but there are some exceptions as well. The articles can be left out, the articles can be omitted if it is replaced by another determiner, which is a pronoun his, her, any, each, and every. So let's discuss two examples here. Doctor listened to the each complaint. The doctor listened to each complaint. So here each is working as article. Okay, her complaint was noticed. In this example, her is working as the article. Okay, so let's move. There is another type of the noun on basis of article, which is a plural form. In plural form, article is usually not used. Plural form, with plural form there is no article is used. Let's discuss examples. The patient had 3 abscesses on her gums. Plural form, no use of article. Regular visits by a social workers are required. Visits is plural form, so no article is required. Okay, let's move to the uncountable noun. So there is a second type of the noun on basis of article which is uncountable. These noun cannot take a plural form. Why they cannot take a plural form? Because they cannot be counted. If we can't count them, there is no plural form. For example, a cancer, anesthesia, information, advice. These are all examples of the uncountable noun. Indefinite article cannot be used with these article. Indefinite article mean a and n. A and cannot be used with uncountable noun, but sometimes you can use definite article which is the, or you can also use some quantifiers such as some or any. You can use this the, some or any with uncountable noun. Okay, let's discuss some examples here. Look here, advice on diet is required. Here advice on diet is required. No article is used with advice. You can use a piece of advice like this or some advice, but if you don't mention anything, it is absolutely right. Advice on diet is required. Doctor gave me a piece of advice on diet. Okay, the doctor, you can also say doctor gave me advice on diet. You will not mention a here. Okay, patient has cancer. Most of us write that patient has a cancer. Don't mention article with cancer. Cancer is uncountable noun, so no article can be used with cancer. Patient has cancer, it is absolutely correct. Should there be any queries? This is very important sentence. We most of the time we use this type of the sentences in our final sentence of the letter, in final paragraph of letter. Should you require any further information, please do not hesitate to contact me. Always keep in mind that information is uncountable. You cannot write should you require any further informations. If you write information, it is wrong and you are going to lose your marks. Okay, the patient experiences a pain on palpation. A pain is absolutely wrong. Pain is uncountable noun. You can't use any what article with pain. So you will always mention the patient experiences pain on palpation. She has healthy soft tissue. This is very important. Most of the time we write she has a healthy soft tissue. You will not mention any article with soft tissue, with tissue. Okay, further research is required. Research is also an uncountable noun. You can't make a plural form of research. You can't say further researches are required. This is wrong. Further research is required. Mr. Jones had heart surgery in 2010. Most of the time, most of us use that Mr. Jones had a heart surgery in 2010. This is uncountable noun. Surgery is uncountable noun. You cannot put any article with surgery. Okay, let's move forward. Here is another important example. Most of the time we use this sentence in our introductory paragraph. I am writing to refer Mr. and Mrs. Clark who came to me for a fertility advice. Most of the time we use for a fertility advice, but advice is an uncountable noun. Always keep in mind advice is an uncountable noun, so we can't put a or an with advice because it is uncountable. These are the just minor mistakes, and we think that why we are getting failed again and again. Because of these minor mistakes we fail our test, so be careful. Okay, let's discuss some special considerations here. If a word start with a, e, I, o, u, then we will definitely put an article. Article "an" will be put it before that word. There are some special considerations as well. The word that sounds vowel, the word that simply sounds vowel but not a vowel word like the MRI, then definitely we are going to put an article. with this. An MRI scan was advised. As we say MRI, it sounds like it sounds so we will definitely going to put an article here. Okay, we will also put article an with 8, 11, 81 to 89 words. An 11-year-old boy, an 8-year-old boy, an 85-year-old man. We will put like this. An 8-year-old boy, I am writing to refer Mr. Kohli, an 85-year-old teacher. So always use article with an. When you are going to mention something for very first time, indefinite article a or an is required. But when something is mentioned for the second or the subsequent times, then definite article the is used. So always keep in mind the use of an or a and the use of the. So let's discuss some examples here. Initially she came to me on 22nd March 2020 for a blood test. She came for a blood test. You are mentioning for first time, so you are putting here a. The results of the blood tests were negative. Why you put the here? Because you are mentioning blood test here for second time. Okay, let's discuss one more example here. I am writing to refer Mr. James, an 85-year-old man who presented with pain in epigastrium. As we already discussed that pain is uncountable noun and there is no need of any article with pain. So we have mentioned pain for first time here, so there is no articles. The pain was dull in nature. We are mentioning pain second time here, so we have put the article. Okay, when we are mentioning something with first time, then we can use article a or an, or there could be no article like with pain, with information, with advice. But when we are going to mention for the second time, definitely article the should be used. Continue with some special considerations. Definite article the with body parts. When you are going to mention some body parts in the letter, you are definitely going to put definite article the with these body parts. Let's discuss some example. Pain in the chest, pain in abdomen, pain in head was noticed. The patient complained with pain in the abdomen. So mention always article the with pain. I suspect it to be carcinoma of colon. Colon is body part, so we are going to mention the here. Mr. Smith had an operation on the left shoulder in 2017. So left shoulder is a body part, and so we have mentioned here article the. So with body parts, which article is used? The article is used with body parts. Okay, move forward. Definite article the with this word, where whenever there is same word is given in a sentence, always use article the. The article is used with same. Let's discuss some example here. She has a family history of the same disease. Okay, her condition was the same as last time. You will not mention that her condition was same. Her condition was the same. With word same, you will always mention article the. So always keep in mind these points. There are some special considerations as well. Always use article when referring to a particular job. When you are referring to any job, use article. It could be a, it could be an, it could be the. Let's discuss such as doctor, dentist, nurses, pharmacist, physiotherapist, teacher, or an accountant. You will always mention article with jobs. Let's discuss some example here. He is a teacher. Teacher is a job, and you have mentioned article a here. An appointment needs to be made with a physiotherapist. Physiotherapist is a job, and you have mentioned an article a here. Okay, let's discuss some more important points. No article for the name of disease or the condition. You will always put article the with body parts, but there is no need of articles with name of disease or any condition. Okay, Let's discuss some examples here. He is suffering from high blood pressure. He is suffering from asthma. He is suffering from type 1 diabetes. So you will not mention like he is suffering from the blood pressure. No, the diabetes, the asthma. No. He is suffering from hypertension, diabetes, anything. So there is no need of article with name of disease. Second example, patient has had asthma for 10 years. No need of article with name of disease. This is very important. Keep in mind. Let's move forward. There is another important, no article is used with gerund. You know what is gerund? Gerund is basically the ing form of verb. When there is an ing form in sentence, there is a gerund in sentence, you will mention no articles. Let's discuss two examples here. On today's visit, Mr. Clark has reduced smoking. What is smoking? Smoking is basically, this is ing form, we also called is gerund. So we will not mention like on today's visit Mr. Clark has reduced the smoking. No article with gerund. Always keep in mind, no article with ing form. He was advised to stop drinking. He was advised to stop the drinking or drinking. This is totally wrong. You will simply say he was advised to stop drinking. Drinking is ing form, so no article is used with drinking. So let's move. Referring to something specific. This is very important. Referring to something specific. The definite article the is used when you are referring to something very specific. Keep in mind specific the. Keep in mind the specific and the. On examination, a slightly tender joint and a tender spot on the medial aspect of it was noticed. Okay, what you have mentioned here, on examination, a slightly tender joint and a tender spot on the medial aspect of it was noticed. Okay, referring to a something specific. In light of the above, I am referring the patient for urgent admission to hospital. Here is two examples of us referring to something special in one sentence. In light of the above. Which light of the above? The above information, above paragraph you have mentioned in letter, so you will write the article here. I am referring the patient. I am referring the patient. Which patient? The patient you have mentioned in previous paragraph, so you will write when you are referring something specific, then you will put definite article the. Okay, move forward. Okay, this is definitely our last and most important slide. So always keep in mind guys that while in case note patient history is given about smoking and alcoholic drinking or alcohol drinking, or when patient history is given like two similar things, then you can't use an article with both of them if you are going to combine them with a and or like this or. Okay, let's discuss some examples here. He is a smoker and drinker. He is a smoker and a drinker. It is wrong. What is correct? He is a smoker and drinker. Okay, you will not use article with both of them. He is a smoker and drinker. This is absolutely correct. So this is common mistakes in while writing a letter. So while you are writing a letter, this is very important to keep all these rules about the articles in mind. This is very specific to our OET exam. The usage of articles is a very broad knowledge. So we have discussed all these material which is very important for our OET test, OET exam. So you have to know, you have to gain the knowledge of only these information, these 15 to 16 slides. So once you learn all these rules, so definitely you are going to score well on the basis of your articles in your letter. So always keep in mind, follow these guidelines. It totally depends on you that either you follow these or not. Choice is yours. So just keep me in your prayers. Thank you. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz.